stuff. Like,
intro video.
yeah, I didn't know that was coming, but I guess that's what happens on the No Break Network.
Welcome to the No Breaks Network, your home for education and entertainment, righteousness and ratchetness, where we are never content with just content. No breaks.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
Baby, what's the name of the podcast?
It's a pod named Kickback. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
You say the whole thing. And we're going to play music later on. We're going to play music later, man. But Randy,
man, yo,
as we setting up for the podcast, I'm watching the last couple seconds of the game, and I see, and I'm like, I can't believe, Jaden Daniels threw that pass and he caught it. And I'm looking like, Randy, you see this? And he looking down like, no. And I'm like, did you see what happened? He's like, what happened? And I was like, y'all won the game. He's like, we won the game. I'm like, if you don't cut the game on, and he cut it on, and I saw his face just go. Yeah. So before we even start the podcast, I'm just giving it to Randy right now. Randy, what do you have to say? The man of the hour.
The NFC East leading Washington Commanders at 5-6-2. All I gotta say is JD is the man. Like if anybody had any doubts about how special he was, like he answered all the questions. He was questionable all week long, right? And didn't get cleared to play until today. It was a game time decision to either put him in the game, and then he came in and he played a good game. We had some drops. The defense held us down. We got to get a wide receiver. I hope we trade for a wide receiver because Terry need help. But other than that, the defense held us down. Frankie Louvu, y'all hearing it? Everybody DMV, what we screaming every time he get a tackle? Lou, you hear it? He gonna be a Pro Bowler. He's the man. He been playing this game like, hey, we in this thing, man. We in this thing. That's my high for the week. When we get there, y'all already know.
Yeah,
let's get it.
We already know, man. That was a hell of a game, and that's the good part.
Wow.
And drawback to doing the pod on Sundays because sometimes you miss a little bit of the game, but we saw it this week. We saw what happened. We remember that by the time we done it'd be the second quarter of my Cowboy game. Then I'll go watch that if it's something to watch because I don't know what they doing, man. Between the Cowboys and the Wizards, I don't know if I'm coming or going. And then they both gonna be here this week, Randy. The Wizards gonna be here tomorrow. The Cowboys gonna be here Sunday. Jack, you ain't trying to see us, man. Get it together. But we shall see. We shall see. But maybe I'll introduce the podcast now. Welcome to a pod named Kickback. I am No Breaks New, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I'll catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. Each and every week, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people. What up, Jack?
What's going on? So I'm getting fit with Jack and you snatch. Y'all got them holidays coming up, so you better hit me up.
Yeah, this week, Randy. The Wizards gonna.
Randy
T.
Hey, it's your man, Randy T, Man Up Monday all day. Y'all know where I be with them NFC East leading Washington Commanders.
All right, man.
DMV, if you on here, stand up. Stand up. We in the building. Let's go.
All right. High low of the week. Let's get to it.
Now, high low. Who wants to go first?
Well, man, I think Randy went first. Do you have a low?
Man, look, my low was that I did not witness it in person. That I had to rewind. My high was the win. The low was that I thought we was done. And I apologize to my team. You know what I mean? I turned off. Hey, Tina, what's up, sis?
I had more faith in the team than you did.
I thought it was over. You know what I mean? And I should have kept believing. Don't ever stop believing. That's my word for everybody. The word for the week. That's gonna be my Man Up Monday post tomorrow. Don't stop believing, even when stuff don't look like it's going your way. Like you gotta keep that same energy.
You
Ain't that
gotta
right, Jack?
believe. And
That
then what
same
Jesus says,
energy.
you gotta believe.
And when you believe, then you will be the NFC East leading. Season 2, Washington Commanders. All hail. Hail to the Commanders. Let's go.
All right, Jack, what's your high low?
My high, of course, the Falcons won against the Buccaneers. And also going hit Stone Mountain this morning. It felt so good. It felt so exhilarating. There was a lot of people out there. I'm talking about, I seen 1-2-year-olds out there walking up that mountain and back with their mamas and daddies. So no excuses.
Only results count.
I watched some of your videos too, and I've been there. Like that.
Yeah.
That was incredible. Like that Stone Mountain. Look, y'all in Atlanta, y'all in the ATL area. Get with my girl. Like y'all trying to get fit. Like get with Jack. She in y'all area. Stone Mountain, all that. That joint was dope. Like I'm coming next month. I'm hitting one of them with you when I'm coming down.
I'll be at that one. I'll be at that one.
That's what's up. Yes, I need my podcast members with me.
Yeah, they give me about a month to get in shape for real. I can't go work out with Jack and all these women and I'm out of shape. I got to be in a little bit of shape first. Then I go work outside. So yeah, give me Randy get here. Did you have a low?
No. Oh, Jack.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't have a low.
All right. My high. Let me see. It was not my Marry Me chicken I cooked today, which came out decent. I said on Facebook, my Marry Me chicken, I put a little bit too much garlic in it, and it was more like casually date me chicken. It wasn't quite marry me. It was casually date me, one night stand chicken. But I'm messing around with these recipes, man. So we'll see what I come up with. But it's good enough to eat. I'm going to eat it. I'm gonna finish the batch I made, put it over a bed of rice. It was good, but I put too much garlic in and I saw it. You know how you put too much in and you just like, and I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Nothing I could really do. And then when I tasted it, I was like, what is that? It's something rather pungent. Things the nostrils. I was like, it's a damn garlic. Yeah, so that missed garlic. But anyway, came out pretty decent. But my high is
it was still edible though, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It was my first time making it, so usually it takes me a time or two to perfect the recipe. See, my chili, it took me like making the chili from scratch like 10 times before I perfected that. So, my high is just I'm very proud of my attitude right now. I had a lot of adversity last week. Some I can talk about on air, some I can't. And with my anxiety, my anger, and all that shit, I really could have just went to a darker place. But I'm still kind of chilling. Like I recognize what's happening. I recognize what needs to be done. But
that's good.
I'm proud of myself for not imploding, kind of. This was last week, Wednesday, Thursday was the anniversary, the 1 year anniversary of JB's death. So that was hard for all, the whole fam. Damn, a year? So this shit really didn't happen. And there's some stuff going on behind the things that JB wanted me to do that I'm being prohibited from doing. And I felt like, damn, like my bro wanted me to do this and, and handle this for him. And there are people in my way. And I just, it's rough, man. It's rough. Because you feel like you're letting them down. But I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out everything that he wanted me to do and to do it in a respectful way. Where I'm not doing too much and I'm not being, overbearing. But it's surprising that when people pass, the way people act after that, But I just say, rest in peace, JB. Love you, miss you. And,
rest in heaven.
Yes, sir.
Yes, definitely rest in heaven. And still talk to him, New. He hear you.
Please believe I gave him an earful Thursday.
Hey, and next time you talk to him,
but he's gonna make a way. He's gonna make a way for you. You think people in your way? He's gonna make a way for you.
And next time you talk to him, let him know that the Washington Commanders are the NFC East leading.
And you know he's
You'll get proud.
huge Commanders fan.
Right. You better let him know.
He's smiling.
You better let him know.
He might have helped y'all on that pass right there. He must
right. He in heaven right now, boy. That was some divine intervention right there. Appreciate you, JB, baby. We got that win, W. Caleb's homecoming was not a happy one. You better go. You better go turn up at the club because you ain't turning up at Northwest Stadium, baby. Not today.
Why y'all don't call it? You know what I've been wondering? The minute I found out the stadium was called Northwest Stadium, why don't y'all call the stadium Uptown? That stadium should be nicknamed Uptown. And Jackie, so you know, part of DC. Now you were born uptown and then lived on the South Side, right?
Right.
And of course, I was born uptown. Our family is from Northwest DC.
From uptown. Yep.
Yeah, Northwest DC.
Uptown,
but we call it that section of Northwest is Uptown. It's like Northwest, I think, is the most amazing part of DC because you got Uptown, you got Downtown, you got Georgetown, you got Adams Morgan. Right. Everything is in Northwest. Shout out to Northwest. And that's why Kanye named his daughter Northwest. I was like, man, call her Uptown. Now that I know y'all stadium called Northwest, man, call that junk Uptown. So,
hey,
and moving on from
family, we just some Uptown boys.
You know it. And thank you, Clarissa, and welcome back.
That's DMV thing right there, y'all.
Exactly.
What's up, Clarissa?
What up, Denelius, and everybody else tuned in? We definitely appreciate you. We've been gone a couple of weeks, just doing different things. But we are back and definitely appreciate y'all coming back with us. We got a amazing show. In my opinion, we got an amazing show going down this week because we missed a couple things the last couple of weeks, and things been happening. So we got to get into all of that, man.
Now, we ain't got no time to waste. Let's jump into it. Let's get it.
Exactly. So let's get into. Let me go back to my banners. We're gonna get into our viral story of the week.
Why you doing that? Y'all remember it's the NFC East.
My left stroke just went viral.
Our viral story of the week that had everybody like, what the? Well, it probably should be the what the fuck story of the week too. But Lil Durk was arrested with 4 of his OTF crew on murder for hire charges. We all knew about the beef between Lil Durk, OTF, and NBA Youngboy and his crew. And that beef ultimately took the life of King Von a few years ago, actually here in Atlanta. It's some Chicago dudes, but the beef came here to Atlanta. And and King Von lost his life. And then in California, the young man that killed King Von, allegedly in self-defense, his car was shot up. He lost his cousin. So it's just been death, murder, threats on songs, just this the kind of stuff you like, y'all, how you make a song about it too? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. And when Quando Rondo lost his cousin Lil Pub, you know, he changing my life. He see the light. He want to be done with it. And we all wonder, you know, what was going on, and, you know, and how things are moving. And come to find out, allegedly that was a murder for hire situation by Lil Durk. They say that they have the OTF credit cards that were used. They say that the rental car, they rented cars in their name, they plane tickets in their name. It's like you left a paper trail like this when you're doing a murder. Allegedly. But it's just bad, man. And I do like Lil Durk music. I was new to Lil Durk. I like my rappers a little more seasoned, a little more, you know, thought-provoking, a little more lyrical. But I started hearing so much about him. And then he did an EP with Lil Baby. And I fuck with Lil Baby too. So I was like, oh, I gotta listen to this. And when I listened to it, I was like, oh man, dude, I ain't. Like, I'm tripping. Like, dude, okay. And so I popped his last 2-3 albums, and it's a heartbreaking, man. He's Muslim. His father spent his whole childhood in jail. So the whole time he was growing up, he didn't have his father. His father was locked up. His father was just released a year or 2 ago. They were just reunited. And it's just like, damn, now you going to jail. And he's eligible for the death penalty. If they find him guilty, he is eligible for the death penalty. And it's just, I watched a clip of Wallow. They had him and Gilly had Lil Durk and his whole crew on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. And Wallow was saying how he forgave the person that killed his own brother. He was imploring them to have a more forgiving heart. And Wallow was like, my brother, he shot my brother. My brother ran to my grandmother's house. And my grandmother opened the door and he collapsed in her arms. They killed him and he died in my grandmother's arms. And he's like, but I forgave him because if I wouldn't have forgave him, I wouldn't be here. And if y'all don't forgive and move on, you won't be here much longer. You're going to take yourself out the game. And then he started crying. Like Wallow had tears rushing down his face. Like, you have to forgive. You can't retaliate. Like, you can't. And when you look at that video now, it's like, God damn. Wish you would have listened, you know? I don't know, Randy, what you think on this one?
You know, first and foremost, we always, give out, respect, condolences, and to all the family members that have been affected of this on both sides of this, right? No disrespect to either side. But I think when it gets down to it, that sometimes that we take the rap stuff and the street stuff, when they cross paths, is never good, right? It never ends well, because rap was, and if we take rap back to its core, and you being a rapper most of your life, this, we go back to the core of this and we talk about where the origins of it. It was hip hop, and hip hop was about music, beats, stories, life, you know what I mean? And when it starts becoming more than that, and we start suffering, lives being lost and people being incarcerated, that's when we need to take a step back, and look at, like, hey, we need to, like, we having too many cases that's coming that we can break this down and talk about who did what and what, but no, we need to attack the root of this, right? And the root of this is that we need to separate the two. If you want to be a street Negro, be a street Negro. Like, but Slant, when you get in the studio and you start making money, you got to now know that there are people that are counting on you, that now that you just made generational wealth that could never have happened all in the lifetime of your family line. And now you took some beef that now that's jeopardized, and now everybody back where they was at. You know what I mean? Now it could be everybody back to Section 8, and we was on our way to the Hamptons, but because you had beef, right, for whatever the cause was, and however it got there, we got to do better, people. Right? We got to do better. That, like, when you get in these positions, and this is where, when you get in a position of power, be a person that can handle it, right? So when I see stuff like this and I hear stuff like this, and I'm like, all right, these are dudes that when they in positions of power, they don't know how to handle it and can't accept the responsibility. And we as a community got to take these young brothers, and I put this on the old rappers too, right? Like, y'all out there, like, just like the NBA and the NFL players are taking these young dudes and mentoring them, like these LL Cool J and all, y'all got to start mentoring these young rappers and letting them know that, hey, once you get over here in this space, like, you got to do stuff different, right? Don't Aaron Hernandez this. Like, and sorry, bad reference, but still, y'all get the point. Don't do that.
You see what Wallow did? Wallow tried.
Right.
He didn't listen.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, there are instances where the youth is just not, that has a huge disconnect with respecting and listening to the older rappers, to the older mentors, to the older men. So it's a different lifestyle right now. These kids are not listening, because we just saw that he did have a mentor. He did have somebody caring and speaking, and I'm talking about pouring his heart out. And if you can't receive that, I've done my job as far as what I did. Wallow did his job, but Lil Durk had to do his work too. And that's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. These guys are, and it's not that this is, everybody's like, it's for murder for hire and all this. First of all, stop snitching on yourself on songs.
How about that? And it said one of his boys that did a 12-year bid came home. He gave him $50,000 cash, bought him a house, and got him a car, and made him part of the team. He was wearing a wire. So they got access to information.
Artists out here are so wrapped up in their own lives and making money that they're not paying attention and in tune with themselves and listen to the intuition. Because you have to be in tune with yourself, so you have your circle around you is on the same thing that you're on. You can save the world. You can try to keep people and save people from the hood. But at some point, you have to learn yourself. You can't save everybody. You can't save everybody. You have to leave people where they are sometimes. And when something comes to the head, you got to be aware. No matter how famous you get, you still have to be aware of your surroundings and the people that you bring around you. No matter if they grew up with you, if they're your cousin, if they're your family, if they're an ex-girl, it don't matter. You have to be able to do the work on yourself to where you can notice this negative energy around you, and you have to do the job and act accordingly.
And keep a good woman around you that can point that out. That's why every time, like I'm gonna kind of do like I used to be a horrible judge of character, horrible, and then I figured it out. So now when I figure out people's actions and moves, I go, nope, I don't want you around. And people are like, you cut people off so quick, and I'm like, yeah, I got you, because I don't need to wait for you to find out that they bad. I cut them off before they do anything. But when I'm blinded and I can't quite see, it's always a sister in my ear like, what's up with dude? That's your friend?
And honestly, some of these cases, they're not blinded. All these cases, Nipsey, Biggie, like all these people, somebody around them. It's people that they hang out with. It's people that they trust. Yeah. It's their friends that they grew up with. So it's not blindsided.
Biggie said it. It's the one that smoke blunts with you, see your picture, now they want to grab the guns and come and get you. But hold up, really quick. This is a very serious subject.
Yeah.
Very serious subject, but I want to stop. We have breaking news. And it's serious. So this will maybe lighten the mood a little bit. But we have breaking news. Apparently, I look 10 years younger today.
Oh my
breaking
God.
News. Breaking news. Let me give you a profile.
Carissa, if you don't stop lying to this man.
Stop boosting his head up.
Like he don't need it, Clarissa. He not at all. Like he don't need that. And then we gotta deal with that. Hey, but look, let's end it with this and we're gonna move on. Hey, look, and all of us gotta realize sometimes when you get elevated, everybody can't go with you. And everybody not meant to go with you. You have some people that's in your life and they say you got 3 categories: reason, season, and lifetime. And anytime you miscategorize somebody and you put them in the wrong place, then you have a wrong relationship that might take you to a wrong result. And just like Jack said, if we go back to Nipsey and even to I can't even remember the young man's name, but the dude who played Tupac, and he went back to his neighborhood and he got killed. Yes. And still, let's go back. We have all of these situations and circumstances and scenarios that we seeing that tell you that you can't go back. You have to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Yeah. Find your tribe, and those are the people that you have to be with. Because if they not people who not for you, they just looking for ways to do stuff like this. And this is the type of things that will happen. And we have to learn and listen to our mentors, especially Black men. Like, look, it ain't nothing. There is nothing special about you trying to be like, I got this. I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. Look, when the tide comes in, everybody rises. That's when all the boats go in. Nobody go in by themselves, right? No man is an island. And we got to realize and listen to our mentors, the ones that paved the way for us. You know what I mean? The LL Cool J's, like it's a reason he never dropped nothing less than platinum, right? It's a reason. It's a reason you need to sit at the feet of that wisdom and try to take in. Yeah, you might know something. We all know good stuff. We all have learned. But when I get in, hey, what up, Big Case? Burger, my man. Look, when you get in the presence And we got to realize, especially as men, and I'm talking to men right now, we got to realize when we get in the presence of somebody who has more than we have right now, that's not a place to be jealous. That's not a place for us to be like, all right, let me show you where I'm at and what I have. Like, let's just listen and see what we can share. And if you can add to where I'm at to help me get me better, like, let's do that. And Jack pointed out, he ain't listened to his mentors. This could have been avoided, right? Find your tribe.
Yep.
And find them and then listen to them.
Right.
You got to do both. You got to do both.
Receive the information.
And listen to them. Look,
now, I'm going to toss this to Jack real quick.
When you get a revelation, it's only when you have application that it leads to transformation. Y'all write that down.
Somebody put that in the chat. But Jack, I want to throw this to you because now this was the irony. I felt good about it when I heard it. I was like, oh man, that's great. And I felt celebratory about it. And then LeBron did a tweet celebrating it, and they came for his neck. How dare you celebrate this? How dare you be happy about this? And what I'm speaking about is Big Meech being released from prison. From Black Mafia.
Here we go.
And I'm not a journalist. I'm not an athlete. I'm not a role model. I can celebrate it.
Or part of BMF, like some of our cast members.
I remember when I was in 2005 and 6, I brought in some new people to my label in DC, and one of them was born in DC but lived in Atlanta. And he kept telling me we needed to go to Atlanta to hook up with. He would say my other boy. I was like, my other boy. I don't know. He said MOB, my other boy. Like, you talking some I don't even know what that means, but okay, yeah, my other boy, yeah, let's do that. He's like, yeah, because they run with BMF. And I was like,
don't know what that is.
I know what that is. I heard of NWA. I heard of OPP. I don't think the Snake did the DDT, but I don't know what BMF is. And he was like, no, they run stuff down in Atlanta. And I was like, I got family out in Macon. Like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. And then because he put that in my head, and me and him wound up the label separated. And to be totally honest, I fired him. He just wasn't working hard. But I always remembered him telling me about BMF. So, how you had a little bootleg DVDs? I saw a bootleg BMF DVD. I was like, that's the people he's talking about. Mm-hmm. And so I bought the DVD, and I was like, why didn't we go to Atlanta when he told us? Oh my God, these dudes got shit on lock. Like, why didn't I listen? I was like, oh, Big Meech, he the truth. And one of the videos, he was on the run. And I think by the time I saw all this stuff, he had been already arrested. But the DVD, he filmed himself, and he was like, I'm on a run right now, but I still got champagne. I still got my 12 cars. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, this dude. And then I learned who Blue Da Vinci was, Baby D. I was already a big Jeezy fan. Right. I thought, Jeezy with them too. Oh man. So I was just so in love with the whole thing. And I am happy he's home. He put a lot of work in. He did a lot of stuff for the city of Atlanta. Good stuff. We can mention the drugs and all that. Yes, nobody's celebrating that. But I do want to toss it to our resident BMF
Big Casey, don't do that. Don't do that, Big Casey. Don't chime in with them.
So, Jackie, tell us how the camp felt that he was released. Tell us how the family felt, how you felt, and what this means for Atlanta or hip hop in general.
Of course, everybody is happy when a Black man is able to come home, period. So I'm very happy. Everybody is very happy because I think that
everybody not happy, but go ahead.
Well, not everybody is happy, but I'm talking about people from Atlanta. People from Atlanta definitely are happy. I hear that a lot of people are trying to pay him a lot of money to do shows, to come out in appearances and, stuff like that, especially in Detroit. They're trying to drop 10 stacks for him to just come out. But I think he should just not do anything, just lay low. If anything, I think he should do, podcast interviews, selective ones.
A pod named Kickback. Jackie, get him on. Jackie, right. Get him on.
selective ones. I think that
that'd be us or the Breakfast Club.
He should get into his movie bag. You know, hit a 50 already got him. I already know something's gonna come up
already.
So
he already got him. He got his son. His son worked for him.
So I would just sit back and just relax and just make more strategic moves, which we already know. I mean, let's keep it real, y'all. Big Meech is smart. He wasn't a dumb drug dealer in this sense, and he wasn't a violent one either. So I commend him for that. He was more about, and I understand what he did, but Big Meech brought a lot of people together. A lot of people. That's a gift when you can bring a lot of other drug dealers together in one space.
What I'm hoping he can do once again with Atlanta, because we all saw what was going on with Lucci and Young Thug and all the death and destruction between those two crews, their two respective crews. People coming into Atlanta, like King Von was murdered in Atlanta. I don't know if that happens on Big Meech watch. Bankroll Fresh, killed by his friend. I don't know if things quite go down like that on Big Meech watch. And I think that I wonder if he can bring some unity. And I don't just mean between the rappers, but just in general. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if this young generation will listen. Because they could be like, man, nigga, you watch stuff. Like, you know, like Dirk and them wouldn't listen to Wallow. Will it be that? Or is that somebody they will listen to? Because you could say, well, Meech is Meech. But Wallow did 20 years in jail. Someone like Wallow was a goody two shoes.
As a society and as us, we still, you know, a lot of times when people come home, we always want to look at them as when they went in. We don't know what has changed in his life. So first we have to sit back and see where he is in his life to see what his capabilities are. So we can't push a narrative on him right now because, I mean, he's been away for a long time. Right now, I want to enjoy my son's success. I want to enjoy my family. And, you know, everything else will come later. But everybody's pushing him to do these parties because they're used to the BMF parties. Everybody's missing out on that. So they're pushing him to do that. But I hope that he has a strong support system around him to where he doesn't just always, anything that's capable, he doesn't just always grab for just because it's available. Because at the same time, we have a lot of scammers now. So there's going to be a lot of people that might still, you know, there's some revenge. Somebody want to set him up. It could be a lot of things. So I think for right now, he needs to just lay low and just enjoy.
You know what's crazy? A lot of his folks is going to jail. Diddy was his man.
Yeah.
That was his boy. Like I know he coming home thinking Diddy got me. Well, no, Diddy is gone. Randy, I'm going to toss it to you. But right before I toss it to you, we got to do this one time.
You blowing money fast on this side, niggas. Catch up, nigga. Catch up. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. One nation. Under God. Real niggas getting money from the fucking start. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Getting work. One nation.
Under God.
Hey, that's what Jack said is all 100, right? And if everything that we know and seen about Meech, like it ain't a problem. He was a dude that was always ahead of his time. I see him. He was like Tupac. He was like Nipsey. He was like Martin Luther King. He was one of them dudes that his mindset never looked at the right now, right? He was always looking at the next, right? So I think even when he come home, that him being home, that his mindset is gonna stay the same. Which you know, we at the pod, we don't condone, you know, drug dealing and all of those things, but entrepreneurship we promote and give it to the utmost. And he was the ultimate entrepreneur.
Yes.
And the way that he saw things, right, globally. And I had a friend of mine who passed, man, Carl Howard. Shout out to Carl Howard. Everybody in Macon, GA, y'all know I'm one of the biggest legends ever. He was the type of dude that was like a Big Meech, that he was thought always 10 years down the road when everybody looking at the right now. And that's what, like, some of these y'all young rappers who want to get in the game and y'all really trying to achieve longevity. Like these the type of things you need to look at, is that he was, even though some of those paths wasn't the right, but he always was looking toward the future and was still trying to unite when he could. I remember even watching the show when, like, it was sometimes when it was beef, and it was like, beef ain't better. We about money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He was like, this is about money. This ain't about beef. Like, y'all, we ain't trying to fight. We fight if we have to, but at the end of the day, and it was like, and then it wasn't, I don't just want to eat. I want everybody to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because again, he understood the concept. It's a cliche, and I'll say it again. When the tide comes in, all the boat rises, right? Every boat in the water that's on your team, when the tide come in, if we on the team, we all gonna rise when it hit, right? And that was the mentality that he had. That was the mentality that he showed. That's the mentality that we need to have, especially as Black men who lead. And he was always a leader. Big Meech, do your thing, man. Jack better get you on this show. What up, Wayne?
Absolutely. Before we move on, Jack, anything else you want to add?
Big Meech, glad you home. Enjoy your time. Don't let nobody rush you. Enjoy your family and enjoy your son's success, and get ready for the next chapter.
Boom. Well said. Well said. Our kickback conversation, I think we've already done a little bit of this, but I thought it was very important because I was having a rough week last week, and I was thinking of the importance of this, and I think Randy really going to show off on this topic. Well, not topic, discussion. This is the kickback conversation. I want to talk about the importance of positive self-talk. I've mentioned on this podcast before that when I did something that I didn't like, I didn't approve of, I didn't feel good about, I'd be like, damn, that's stupid. No, like, you dumb as hell. Why would you do that? And my therapist, I was explaining to her a story where I was kind of cussing myself out. And she was like, do you say that to yourself? I was like, yeah. I didn't like what I did. It was dumb. I don't want you to ever talk to yourself like that again.
Right.
I was like, when she said it, I thought about it like, oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't talk to myself like that. But I didn't realize really what I was saying. I was judging my behavior, but I was attributing it directly to who I am as a person. I wasn't saying that was a stupid move. I was like, damn, Lee, you dumb as hell. Like, why'd you do that? Instead of going, that was a bad move. Mm-hmm. And one thing my therapist told me was to tell myself is I did the best I could with the information that I had.
Right.
And I hold that. I don't make excuses, no excuses, only results count. But at the end of whatever transpired, I take responsibility for it. And I acknowledge that I did do the best that I could at that moment. Mm-hmm. And, now hindsight, I might do a better job next time. Inshallah, I will do a better job next time. But if I do make a mistake, I'm not beating myself up. And also, if the world, because sometimes the world will just do something to you. You did everything you were supposed to do. The world just threw you a little curveball. Yeah, and then I think life be life. And sometimes you got to go, well, life be life, but I'm not going to, I used to tell my girl this back in my relationship days. I was like, life is like a boxing ring, right? And if I'm out fighting the world in the ring, when I go back to my corner, I ain't got time to fight you too. I need to be resting, relaxing, getting energized, getting built back up so I can go back into the ring to fight life. I don't need to come home to the corner and fight you too. Now I'm saying it to myself. Life is already kicking butt in the ring. I don't need to go to the corner and then kick my own butt some more. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about, I gave you a couple of affirmations. I have started, trying to say more positive things to myself. And being forgiving of myself. If I don't do my best, if I do fall short, learning to forgive myself and not, because I'm the kind of person, people think I'm hard on other people. Man, I made one little mistake and you didn't, yeah, well, you shouldn't have. Imagine how I treat myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? If people think, dang, you get mad as hell every time I do something. Imagine what I do to me. You know what I'm saying? So I am trying to be gentle with myself. I'm doing the best I can with the information that I have. And, I wanted to get y'all take. I am going to go with to Jack first, because Randy, I want you to end this segment. So, Jackie, and from a woman's perspective, I don't know if there's much difference, but if it is, I'd like you to accentuate that. And I would like you to just talk about positive self-talk and maybe some things that women deal with that they, instead of beating themselves up, they should speak more life into themselves, and how we can, I guess, speak life into each other too. That's another part of it. We'll say that for another day, speaking life into each other. Let's talk just about speaking life into ourselves, positive self-talk, and any experience you've had with that.
Yes, daily. I've noticed that if I'm even having a bad day or life is lifing and I find myself speaking negative things happen. If I find myself speaking positive things happen. And we don't really realize how powerful our words are. Our words are powerful. We are destined, we are the human society, we are all connected to nature. We all come from nature. We are connected to nature. So when you speak things out into the universe, it listens. So if you keep putting positive things out, it might not be on your time, but it's going to give you the positive things that you are speaking about yourself. So instead of, oh, I'm broke, I don't have it right now. That's what you should say instead of I'm broke. Because if you broke, you're gonna stay broke because that's what you want. That's all you're thinking. So everything you think as far as money, when you look at a commercial, oh, that's expensive. If you look at something you pass by to get, oh, that's expensive. Everything you're speaking all that against yourself when you have blessings right around the corner. If you just open up that positivity door instead of focusing and standing in front of that negative one that don't open, and you complain about it not opening. So positive self-care, especially for my ladies, as mothers, I know it can get challenging. The world is messed up right now. And I know some of us aren't being protected by Black men, but we're not going to sit here and we're not going to dwell. We're not going to point fingers and we're not going to chastise our Black men. What we're going to do is we're going to build our own support system with other Black mothers, other Black women, so that we know how to effectively support ourselves and also support our Black men. There are married women out there that have a beautiful relationship to a man, speak life into their man, and can speak life into you and make you see a different perspective of yourself, your relationship, and your marriage with that man. So instead of sitting around gossiping, being messy with your friends, woe is me, or just sitting around talking mess to your significant other, find yourself in a positive space to where you can continuously build positivity within your household. Yes, he is the man of the household. We all know that. But as a man of a household, if he does not have a strong woman, that household is nothing. And you both are going to struggle. Also, women, speaking positivity to yourself also shows positivity to your kids when they see that you're happy, when they see that you are waking up every morning, that you do your meditation. My daughter does everything I do. We meditate in the morning, we pray in the morning, we pray before we go to bed. It's just a thing that she does now. So even at school, her teachers, she's so positive. She's always helping people. She's always inspiring other kids. So I know that I'm doing the job that I'm supposed to do. But in order for me to do that, I have to be positive myself. So be mindful of when you do get on those negative spaces and you have your kids around you because they watch everything that you do. Everything that you do. Even my fur, people that have fur babies, your pets as well, they can detect when you are speaking negative, being in a negative space. So you also want to be positive around your fur babies as well. This is nothing new, you guys, but you
What's
just
a fur baby?
Huh?
What's a fur baby?
A pet.
Okay. All right.
Like a dog, a cat, you know.
Oh, and real quick, I want to interject one thing.
Because Black people, we let our dogs eat grass to get healthy. So I was just wondering. But go ahead.
Maybe I think it was around JB's birthday. I was a little down, and Jeremy keeps JB's dog now. And I used to babysit JB's dog. We work out of town. I would keep the dog for a week or so. I'm not an animal person at all, but I just fell in love with this dog. And whenever I had a rough day or something was going on, JB would come over and he would bring his dog. He wouldn't tell me he's bringing the dog, Sky, shout out to Sky. He wouldn't say it, but he would just show up and be like, and he would walk in and Sky would walk in next. I'm like, and Sky would just come and sit right at my feet and just like lick my hand or just look up at me, just touch me. And I was like, can she tell that I'm sad?
Yes.
And he was like, yes. Why do you think I keep bringing her?
Yes.
And then I was having a rough little time around JB's birthday. So Jeremy came over and he brought Sky. And she did the same thing. I posted pictures but her just on my leg, just like wouldn't leave my side, just like I know you're hurting. You know what I'm saying? So that was real what you said, Jack. Dogs can't feel it. I'm gonna let you finish and let Randy go because we got to move on.
Right, I'm finna wrap it up. One more thing, guys. So just always keep a positive mindset because it affects the people around you. So when you are exuding positivity, you're gonna be the light to somebody else. Even though you think you're having a bad day, someone is having a worse day. I'm telling you. Somebody is about to lose their job. Somebody's about to lose their kids. Somebody's about to lose their home. Somebody's about to lose their car. Somebody has just lost their mother, their best friend, their brother, their child. So we got to get away from these materialistic things and get back into being community. And I know things are messed up right now, you guys, but I see the beauty in chaos. And sometimes we have to go through things like this in order for us to lean on each other again and rebuild our community and rebuild our villages to raise these kids. Okay, I'm done. I'm off my soapbox.
I just see the beauty in chaos.
I'm gonna be quick because I know we got to move on. What's up, Kendra? Good to see you. Good to see you, Niecy. Glad to see you on the pod. Look, first I agree with you when you said that it's the results that matter. But I'm gonna add to that to say that it is your results that is what count and that's what matter. But it is the effort that you put in that makes a difference, right? And if the effort does not match, then your results don't matter. You have to always put in the effort. And then, Jack, you said some good things too, about what we say and what we believe. And power, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And as a man thinketh, so is he, right? And so what you believe about yourself, that is what your body will interpret. That is the energy that you will give. That's the energy that you will exude. If that's where you are. So it's positive affirmations is more than just, I'm just trying to hype man myself. No, it is about that. If you read and Dr. Ben Carson wrote a book called The Art of Thinking Big, and I don't agree with all of his political things that he do, but he wrote a really great book. And if you haven't read it, you should read The Art of Thinking Big. And The Art of Thinking Big was all about that. He was a neurosurgeon. He's a neurosurgeon at Johns Hopkins, and he talked about the difference of people who spoke positive affirmations over themselves to the people who didn't, and the success rate of their brain surgery, of the outcome of them having surgery on their brains of the people that lived opposed to the people who didn't. And the leading cause of it was how they thought about themselves and how they spoke about themselves. So if you don't believe that affirmations can affect your life, read that book from a neurosurgeon from Johns Hopkins who has done the research. So you can't say whether you believe in the Bible or whatever. This is a book that just straight research on positive thoughts.
Yes. Was that the art of thinking big, or the magic of thinking big?
The Art of Thinking Big. It may be The Art of Thinking Big. I read it a long time ago, so I might be misquoting. It was rare. I know it was written by Dr. Ben Carson. So
okay, then you might be right, because this wasn't by Ben Carson. The Magic of Thinking Big is a different book. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, but the one that's written by Dr. Ben Carson. So I read it a long time ago, so I might be wrong. But the one that's written by Dr. Ben Carson, that's the one to look up. That's the book to read. Because that's the one where he speaks about those positive speaking how people thought about themselves and how that changed their mortality, the mortality rate, right? This is a determination of how they lived or how they died, right? Because of what they believe. So yes, speak to yourself. And if y'all see on Man Up Monday, I got positive affirmations for Black man. That it's 10 affirmations that I say to myself every single day. I look in the mirror and do it. If you look on my page, you'll see them. I ain't just posting it to say this is something good to say. No, I do these every day. Look in the mirror and say it to myself, because this is how I start my day, right? And I know that I need to feed myself that energy for me to do well. So just try it.
Randy,
some people might think it's stupid, but try it.
Randy, can you explain the significance of speaking in the mirror to yourself as you're saying the affirmations?
Oh, well, for me, the affirmation of it is that when you say something, I believe it goes into all your senses, right? So if I'm trying to utilize and maximize all my senses, then when I speak to myself, I speak it out my mouth, but then it goes back into my hearing, right? And then that goes back into my hearing of what I'm saying or why I'm seeing. So I doubly get the results of not just hearing somebody say something to me, but me speaking it to myself. And while I'm looking in the mirror, I'm interpreting, and I am receiving what I'm saying at the same time. So it is an extra power into speaking those affirmations to yourself. As Black men, speak them affirmations. Y'all see, follow me. I speak them every day.
Say that shit, Randy.
And it's Ben Carson, Think Big is the name of the book. So I'm about to, and it's on Audible. So this will be matter of fact, I'm about to get it right now. Just because you brought it up, I'm getting in.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. That book changed my whole philosophy. That was like a turning point of me when I read that.
That's my next read.
We can read it together like one big family. I'm dead ass.
Hey, what up, Jetta? First time seeing you. What's up, sis? Hey, we just won. You better be partying. Where the party at in the DMV? What we doing? What we doing?
Boom. All right. So that was our kickback conversation, and I think every week we try to, cover the biggest stories in the news, but we also try to give you something too. Those big stories, that's the ketchup, the mustard, the pickles, the bread, you know what I'm saying? The lettuce, whatever you want. But we try to give you the kickback conversation because that's the meat. Pause. Right. You know what I'm saying? But and now we're gonna do a little rapid fire as we go through the rest of this. And I never mind when the kickback conversation goes a little long because that's important. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. It's the Hey man, what the fuck is Randy's high school buddy doing with these Tesla robots, man? They was in high school together in Macon, and now Bezos is out here. Is it Bezos? Who's the dude with the robots? Elon Musk.
That's Musk. Yeah. Elon.
Yeah, Elon. They used to always see him together, and they'd be like, hey, they used to call him RE, like Red Essence, but it was Randy Elon. That's what they called him in high school. RE. And Randy's high school chum has built these robots, and the design and everything is very similar to the iRobot movie, which I think is kind of funny and kind of like
Will Smith.
Will Smith, yeah. And we've seen how AI has the good and the bad. I do like ChatGPT. I don't use it often, but every blue moon I'm like, oh, ChatGPT, let me ask him. Are the Cowboys going to win tonight?
No.
Wait a minute, Jackie. That was uncalled for. They're disrespectful. But Randy has been warning us in our group chat for about 2 months that Skynet is coming.
Skynet is coming. Hashtag.
And we're going to take a deeper dive into this in the future because I don't want us to go but so long tonight. But I did really quick. I feel like I understand the benefits of AI and the downside. The robot thing is kind of freaky. I want to stick strictly on the robot for right now. I don't think I would mind having a robot. I just don't know exactly what it would do for me. They were saying like they had the robot and it could serve drinks or whatever. mean, that's cool, but I can serve my own drinks. I don't necessarily need a robot to pour me a drink. So I don't know what function. I guess the robot could be a bodyguard. I guess if the robot can cook, then my date me casually chicken might have actually been married me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something to think about. But what I'm curious to know is how you guys feel about robots. And here's my question. I want to keep this light. What can the robot do for you? Whether it's cooking, babysitting, cleaning, I don't know, or what's a useful robot in a good way, and what's something that's like, see, this is why we don't need them. So what's a good thing about having a robot? What's a bad thing about it? And then we'll move on. I gotta throw it to Mr. Skynet first. Randy, what's the good use for a robot? What's a fear of a robot?
Man, you should have won the Jackie first. I'm gonna keep it short because y'all know I'm 10 levels deep on this Skynet stuff, right?
We're gonna do a whole thing on that.
We need to have a whole pod on this.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Might be on Patreon, so y'all make sure y'all subscribe to our Patreon.
Y'all start this hashtag Skynet is coming because it is. And this is the thing with this artificial intelligence. It is so freaky though, is that these Tesla robots, they look exactly like the iRobot movie. Like, and if y'all have not seen, anybody who listening now who have not seen or watching, if you've not seen the iRobot movie with Will Smith, which is a good freaking movie, by the way, I enjoyed it. Yeah. Right, I went back and watched it again. I was like, this was a good movie. Yeah, right, it's a good movie. Go back and watch it.
It's a great movie. Yeah,
but Elon has these robots that literally look exactly like them. But hey, let's talk about this now, because the controversy is that people now saying after they did this big reveal about them doing all this good stuff, they have Future talking to them, doing interviews and all this stuff, that these robots was actually being remotely controlled. So it wasn't exactly the artificial intelligence doing it all. Right, and
if they can control them, Randy, that means when they in your house, they can control them.
Right, and this
apprehend. Imagine if Lord Dirk had a robot, they'd be like, "Grab Lord Dirk, we coming to get him." You know what I'm saying? What if the robot, they control your robot?
So the pros of it, and you asked me hit the pros and cons, and I'm gonna try to stick to that because I can go all day on this. The pros is, absolutely, you can program them. They can help. They helpful. You can have them do things that another human being couldn't do, and they can assist you in so many various ways, right? Like housekeeping, babysitting, and helping with your kids and things like that. So there are the pros. I mean, it's stuff that we should do ourselves, but we people, you start making money, you don't want to do stuff. Like when your bank account is like 6 figures plus, but I don't want to get up and sweep, right? So when you like that, like that's what it is. But now here's the con, right? Is that this is something, it's just like a computer. They only can respond to programs. And then the danger of this is that is the way that it's been, but artificial intelligence is taking computer programming, which used to be, I put in these ones and zeros, and I say, and these ones and zeros say, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and that's all you do. If it ain't a one, it ain't a zero, you like, it don't compute, don't nothing happen. But now artificial intelligence is that when the ones and zeros don't make sense, now it makes its own code up based on, it starts searching and be like, all right, I don't know what that means, but it's stuff out here because the World Wide Web has put all this stuff. So a lot of us people still putting stuff out here on the internet. You never getting it back, and it's being stolen. The FCC controls it. You can, when you delete it, it is FCC property. If you didn't know it, Google it. So all of this stuff right here goes into the AI intelligent model. So now they can take all of this stuff, and whatever the blanks is, they fill it in on the information that's out there. So here's the con. If that information is not correct, or, if it's just like, all right, if somebody's sick and they should die, we cut their leg off. All right. So if none other information is saying we don't cut their leg off, then the artificial intelligence is going to say, okay, all the information that I've had for the program is saying that now I should cut your leg off.
And that is right. Age of Ultron, the movie, the Marvel Avengers movie, Age of Ultron come to life. And that's real. And we're going to dive into that a little bit later. Jackie, I'm going to throw it to you. And Randy says Skynet is coming. But Jack, what you got?
I don't trust humans. I'm damn sure not going to trust no Tesla robot.
And it is.
It's gonna make humans lazier, which is what they want us to be. They already have questioning everything with the AI, so we're even questioning our own judgment as to what's good and bad, what's good and evil. So they're getting us to exactly where they need us to be, to where we can control.
The movie.
Exactly, so where we can be controlled. And I don't want to be asleep at night and this robot up over me talking about come with me, and I'm like, what?
Man.
Cooperate so I don't have to use force.
Did y'all see
remember the movie WALL-E? If y'all have not seen that, it was a cartoon Disney movie, WALL-E, where it showed where like everybody on Earth got fat and lazy, and artificial intelligence did everything for them, that they did nothing. And you watch that movie now, I'm like, man, that is where we are now. Like, if you look at that and see, like, literally, like WALL-E forecasted straight up.
Okay, did y'all see the story about the kid who was doing the AI? And he had the character that was Daenerys Targaryen, and he killed himself?
Yeah.
Like,
and when let's first be foremost, let's be like, we don't want to promote that suicide and condolences to the family and that young man.
Absolutely.
But what is the punishment for these robots if they malfunction and do something where they hurt somebody? Hurt themselves?
You can't punish a robot.
I mean, if they punish them, they do what? Take them offline?
You decommission
take it offline?
You put them in that warehouse where Will Smith was at in the iRobot movie. You decommission them and put them there. But the humans behind them is who needs to get the punishment. The humans behind that shit. That's a very good story.
The mom is suing them now.
Yeah.
If people who don't know, if y'all haven't heard this story, look it up and make sure that you are supporting the perimeters of keeping AI under control. In your state, look it up and see what the regulations are, because it was a young man who lost his life on AI that is out of control. Congress are having meetings every month in DC about how to control AI because they think it's out of control, but it's still moving forward. Like, how we having meetings on the Hill every month about AI needing to be regulated, but every month we got new AI stuff coming out.
And that is the biggest, well, maybe the second biggest fear of having Trump win, because Elon Musk is behind Trump. Elon Musk wants Trump to win so that he can have full reign with his AI, with his iRobot.
Eli is gonna be part of the presidential board
and that's why Trump came in and got out and vote this week. Early voting is still going on. It's still going on. And speaking of voting, I want to get into
shout out to Georgia. Y'all showed out voting, Georgia. All my black people, like, hey, I appreciate y'all, Georgia. Like, look, and if y'all didn't get out, keep it going, right? Because y'all flipped Georgia. Georgia flipped, keep it blue. Get out and do it.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Lord Jamar, a guy that a fiber center, a guy from my nation, a guy that I know, that I've talked to on social media. He was the first person that told me that he knew about Jay-Z studying the lessons. I was like, Jay-Z be saying some 5% of stuff in his songs. He was like, yeah, he studied a lot of stuff. I used to live next door to him, blah, 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 blah. And we communicate usually via Twitter. I don't know what to say to this dude. This dude went on Piers Morgan's show, calling Kamala Harris all kind of bitches, saying she wasn't smart enough to run a gas station or a Dunkin' Donut. One, it's become very in style. Now, Le'Veon Bell, former Pittsburgh Steelers football player, had his shirt on, said Trump or the tramp. Like, When did it become so cruel to disrespect a vice president or a presidential candidate? And when did it become so cruel to disrespect black women? Like I do know, I know the history of rap. I know the history of being a knucklehead. I was one myself. I know all that. But what the fuck would make you call Kamala Harris all kinds of bitches? It is distasteful. It's ugly. It's stupid, quite frankly. It's insulting. Like this woman has been an attorney general. She has been vice president of the United States, and she is a finalist for the presidency of this country. And you go on these white people shows and you start calling her bitches. Like I was so like, no, like this can't be real. Like this can't be real. So Lord Jamar, you get the Donald Trump shut up stupid award, man. I can't believe you out here in front of these people talking about her like that. What she do to you, dog? What happened that was so bad? Ain't had a word to say about Trump, though.
It has nothing to do with what he has done to them. This is the result of the energy that is put out if we have Trump as president. Bottom line.
Yeah, and what I noticed is people, the fake black woke people, they hate anybody that runs against Trump. I noticed a pattern. They hated Obama. He ain't gonna do nothing for us. He ain't even black. He African. He ain't gonna do nothing for us. And then it was Biden. Oh, Biden, he ain't gonna do nothing either. He's an old white man. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. Then it was Hillary. Oh, Hillary got the emails. I don't like Hillary. Hillary ain't for the people. And then it was there was Hillary, then Biden, and now it was Kamala. And it's Kamala. She ain't doing nothing for black people. All she do is lock black people up. And I started going. All the niggas that think they woke is sleep. They all hate anybody that runs against Trump. But they never talk bad about Trump. All they say is we make money with Trump, which you don't. Trump gave us stimulus money, which he didn't. Trump do whatever he wants. Well, that's true. He does do what he wants. I can't sit on that one. He do whatever he wants. But
the sad part about it is there's a lot of black men out here that do not feel like a woman should be in that position or hate women, period, whether they're black or white. So they're not going to vote for a woman, period, because that is not her place to be president. So we have a lot of men that are going against Kamala just because she's a woman. Has nothing to do with race. It's just because.
And let's say her name correctly. Kamala. Sorry. Racist people, and I know you're not Jackie, and fake woke people call her Kamala as a way to disrespect her, which is an old white people trick where they say your name wrong. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali. Like this is a way to disrespect. Yeah, it's just a way to disrespect you. So when people call Kamala, it is only not Jackie, not you. I know it's not you, but when mainstream media does it, it is only as a tool to disrespect her. Right. So I will make sure that we will all say her name correctly because they like all I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Care black, white, I don't care what color you are. This is something for your daughters. This is something for your sisters to look up to. It's not just about her skin color. This is something that is going to allow these young women to be able to say, I can do this. I can be a president one day. I am strong. Look at my strong president. It's not just about a black woman being in office against Trump. This is something
it's bigger than that. This dude is a fascist. This dude talks about grabbing women in the pussy. It is bigger than just having a woman in office. We got to keep this dude out. This dude is. We talked about Elon Musk and the robots. This dude also wants a dictatorship. This dude wants to destroy the Constitution. Get rid of the Constitution. He wants to lock up everybody who ran against him.
When Trump gets in office, he's going to be a revenge path. He's going to be on a revenge war path.
He's announced it already. He told us already. Yeah. He did a coup. He tried to flip the election. He has the Supreme Court. They have set up rules now that they can, one, try to overturn the election if he loses, and two, he has total immunity as president. If he wins as president, he can do whatever he wants because of the way the Supreme Court has voted, which he packed his people. So it's so much involved in that. And Randy, I'm gonna give you the last word before we move on and be about to transform and roll out. Real quick, talk to us.
I'm gonna say, I tell everybody, vote your conscience, right? And two things that are two important things that are on the ballot. It's a woman right to choose, which is number one, right? So, however you feel about that, remember that a woman should always have the right to choose, and I don't think the government in any aspect should have any say over that. That's one of the things that is on the ballot. So when you're going out to vote, think of the candidate who supports that and who's against that when you get ready to do that. And two, what we have to look at that right now at the national polls, and I looked at it today. It's pretty. Some of the polls are saying it's pretty much a dead heat race. 1% this way, maybe 1% the other way. So what that means is your vote matters. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And when it comes down to when you looking at, and I looked at least, and my pod mates know this, that y'all know I'm a researcher, right? So I go to various sources when I'm trying to find my research and looking at this in a dead heat in the race nationally and on all of the major sources. It's pretty much a dead heat race, with error margin being +1, +2, give or take, plus minus on either side. But either way, it is a close race. So what am I saying? Your vote matters. And if you want your voice to be heard in a political season when you have a dead heat race like this is where it matters, right? And we've seen a lot of things, right? And I don't want to sway anybody on whichever way that you want to vote. That's why I tell everybody to vote your conscience and vote for what you see that is right, the right direction for America. And I'll say that we have a candidate that is inspiring hope, and we have another candidate that is inspiring hate. So when you think about what do you want your community and your country to look like now and in the future, choose that direction.
That's it. That's all. I do want to get to some of the comments. Real quick, Berger said he calls it post-traumatic slavery disorder. These jokers still talking about the stimulus money, $1,200 from 4 years ago, still tripping off that. And he prays that Trump doesn't win, man. And I agree. What up, Jay? I see you joining us a little late this week, Jay.
Oh, he in the building. Appreciate
you. Yeah. Just real quick, I'm gonna shout a couple things out.
Y'all losing too, by the way. Y'all down 3-0.
Yeah, we got 7 minutes to wrap.
And Zach threw an interception already too.
If anybody's surprised by that, Tommy Richmond. Tommy Richmond.
Oh yeah, let's get that. Let's get that.
Baby that submitted his song says first he said, "I am not a hip hop artist."
No, this ain't hip hop. This ain't rap. This ain't what this is.
That's
what he said.
And then when it comes time to submit his music to be Grammy nominated, he submitted it in every single hip hop category.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's up with that, Tommy Richmond? But you wasn't hip hop.
Wait a minute, Tommy. Is you with us or you not? Where you at? I don't know.
Exactly. When I first heard this shit, I just wanted to turn to Jackie and say, Jackie, see this shit? You see this shit? He not hip hop.
Hey, I still love your song though, man. It's still a dope ass song, but
you can't. You know I love it. So you know why? You know why? Because he lied. Y'all need to worship him.
I still love the song, but Tommy, don't cut your career short doing stuff like this now.
He don't did it.
Man, this how I feel about this.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Tommy,
Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about Mr. Tommy Richmond. And Tommy Richmond. Man, but I already see Jackie and Randy like this.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
Gonna stay beside him. Oh man.
Where you at, Jack?
I'm
glad Jack had that one.
Jack will stick them BMF boys on them.
Yeah, I'm letting Jack have that
one. I do want to shout out the
Florida. Your boys is They fighting.
We need to fight because they keep kicking our butt for 3-4 years in a row. We need to fight. We can't win the football game, win the fight. That's how I feel about it. Can't win the game, win the fight. Shit. You know what I feel about my Cowboys?
I'm gonna stick beside them.
Yeah. And
somehow that is correct.
Somehow it's correct. But I do want to shout out Flau'jae, that played at University of Louisiana, LSU. She purchased, was it 100 acres of land that she plans to build on? She's, of course, a Rock Nation artist. She's also, of course, one of the best female basketball players in the world. And I'm just proud of that. It's 20 acres of land here in Atlanta. So I'll be building my house there with her. And shout out to Shannon Sharp for doing an interview with Kamala Harris. That'll be dropping sometime this week. He had that interview one, and then his little sex scandal IG Live came out, and they canceled. But since that scandal got put under the rug, he decided to come back on. So shout out to Shay for that. And shout out to
race. You need all that.
Exactly. And shout out to DC, man. There's going to be a go-go museum in DC.
Yes.
I like that.
I'll be there on day one.
The ribbon cutting is November 18th, which is F's birthday. If there is a way, I will be there for that.
I'm there.
If not, I'll be there when I get there. But just shout out to the home.
I'll be there. I catalog the whole thing. Me and Burger will be there. Hey, I'm there too, Burger. I'm there too on Tuesday. I already registered.
Okay.
In DC, I need to have a tour and learn about the go-go and everything. I've always
you already know you ain't if anytime you come to DC, you ain't gotta worry about where you going, where you staying, or none of that. Oh, you good.
You got Randy there. If I ain't there, Randy there, Burger there, you good. You can come.
Like you good. You come to the city like you good.
And Netflix and chill really quick. I did watch the new Bad Boys a couple weeks ago. We've been on break for 2-3 weeks. Sorry, y'all, but we was on break. I love the new Bad Boys movie. I got watched and it was like, damn, this was really good, man. I was like, okay, they keep finding a way to make it entertaining. For me, and Randy looked like
it was entertaining.
Okay.
It was entertaining.
Now the thing that has my attention right now more than anything, and I'll do a quick thing, is The Penguin. That is one of the best new shows I've ever seen. I finally found out that the show The Penguin is the sequel to the movie, spinoff to the movie The Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go back and watch the movie The Batman. But I am just like, wow.
It wasn't all that good.
It was
Watch it though. It'll give you good reference. But go ahead and watch it.
And Fight Night. I finished Fight Night a few weeks ago. Of course, we was on break, couldn't tell you. But that Kevin Hart, Sam Jackson, who the hell else in it? Terrence Howard, Taraji, everybody.
I hadn't seen it.
It's an excellent show, man. It is worth the watch. It's a timepiece, so it goes back to the night of the Muhammad Ali Joe Frazier fight.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
because Foreman was in Africa, so it was in Atlanta. Frazier fight, and it's just good, man. It's just a great. It's comedy, it's drama, it's dramedy. It's a very good watch. And I just found out that, well, I didn't just find out. I knew this for a minute, but it just came public that Tubi is owned by Fox, and I think that's very ironic. Fox Sports, Fox News, all of those political pundits, the actual network is ran by them, and Tubi is like all black movies. I'm like, what kind of weirdo shit is this? But Interesting. None the least. Anything y'all watching? Y'all want to shout out?
Y'all watching from?
Oh, every week from the suit on MGM Plus. It's a supernatural horror TV show with main man Harold Perrineau that played in Oz.
I know that's the man from Oz. I know I saw the I seen it. I have not watched it, but
it's good, man.
Is it good?
I need to put it on my list. Good. No, it's very top of your list. The most ironic thing about it is
it's October, man. I've been watching all scary stuff when it's October.
But it's another scary show. It's a scary show. The irony is
thriller. It's more thriller. It's not like scary.
Yeah,
like, it's more thriller.
The irony is we still don't know what's going on. We're like season 4. Nobody knows what's going on.
Oh,
we still haven't found out.
That's like Lost. Lost was like one of my favorite series because every episode you would still be lost. Like they wrote it so well. Like
that is exactly where we are.
Okay.
And any show y'all want to shout out? Was Jackie shouted out front. Randy, you want to shout out any show before we get up out of here?
I say what show I'm telling you I watched the movie this weekend that was pretty dope. It was Wolf. It was with George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And they both kind of like hitman cleaners who show up in a wrong situation and had to figure it out. And it was a really good movie. And me and my son went and saw Transformers 1. And if you are it's an anime, if you are a Transformers fan, and most of us men, if we watch Transformers, Optimus Prime, and Megatron back in the day, Transformer 1, this is the best Transformers story ever. Because it literally explains how and why Optimus Prime and Megatron are great friends but hate each other. Why they like Magneto and Professor X. This is the first story to give you so you really get it, right? So you'd be like, oh, now it all makes sense.
Oh,
this was
okay.
The first, this is the first one that we went and saw it at the movies, and then I watched it on my Fire Stick. And I saw it twice. I'm sorry, I didn't watch it on my Fire Stick. Anybody, in case somebody listening, they want to try to hack me. I saw it in the movie twice, and it was good. Transformers 1. If you're a Transformers fan, it is the best Transformers movie to date, 100%.
So it's the best cartoon or the best movie?
Somebody tell me I'm wrong.
Is it the best cartoon or the best movie? Period.
Anime movie, period. It is the best story of the Transformers, period.
I actually need to go back through all of those. I remember the Transformers cartoon when they had Rodimus Prime and all that stuff. When Optimus died, and I saw the first movie. But when Bumblebee couldn't talk, I never watched none of the rest of them. So I need to go back and watch all the Transformer movies and watch this one.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean you can, but do that. So just for reference, I'm saying do it for reference. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you're gonna see it. Anybody who's been watching and y'all listening to the podcast, if y'all think I'm wrong, disagree and prove me wrong. Because I believe, and I've seen all of them, that this is the best storyline, period. Like they should have made a real. They should have put Mark Wahlberg and everybody else that y'all did the real movies with. Like this should have been the storyline. Transformers 1 is the best storyline of Transformers out there today.
Boom! I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch it. And I'll just say, if you're looking for new music, we all know new music is out. Get the Pod Named Kickback playlist. Just go to Apple, download the Pod Named Kickback playlist. Yeah, exactly. And you get all the new music you want. It's all there. And I know we took a couple of weeks off, but I do want to
let me say, like, if you looking for what you want to listen to, don't even worry about it. Just download the Pod Named Kickback playlist and rock it. Like we do it for you. Like just add it. Just add that playlist to your playlist. New updated weekly. and who been a rapper in the game for years, so he tuned in. What he put on that joint, like that's all I listen to. I don't even try to see what's out there no more. I just wait for you to update. And I'm watching straight up.
There it is, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in each and every week. I want to shout out the countries because I really do this.
Get out.
Oh, absolutely.
Vote.
Get out there, vote for sure. And I just want to shout out a few countries that are tuned in that we managed to chart in. Just want to shout them out because definitely appreciate you.
Hey, Casey.
And so we're only gonna do a few. We'll do the Philippines. We charted in the Philippines. Shout out to Ghana.
We love you, Philippines.
Gambia.
What's my place though? Well, I said I wanted to shout them out. We was number one.
The Gambia, because we on the news.
Hey, look, hold on. Let's stop. We're gonna stop right there for a minute. Gambia, like, hey, look, we the Pod Named Kickback. Like, we love y'all. Like, keep listening to us. Like, y'all important to us, right? We appreciate y'all. Yeah. Like, we know, we glad, we appreciate being number one in y'all country. We ain't gonna let y'all down. Keep talking right. Holler at us, get online, tell us what's going on in Gambia so we can shout y'all out. Like, we here.
For sure. And shout out to Jamaica because we've been top 50 in Jamaica for a good minute. So Jamaica.
Yes, Jamaica. Yes, we love y'all. Booyaka, jerk chicken. Like,
jerk chicken Cocoa bread.
We love y'all, Jamaica. When we get over there, remember us.
Yeah, in the United States, y'all been slipping. We've been as high as number 13 in the country, and we have been on the charts, the top 200 for a minute. So United States of America, you have two important things to do over the next couple of weeks. You got to go out there and vote and make sure Trump don't win. And you got to make sure we get back on the goddamn charts. So everybody here in Georgia, D.C., Louisiana, Nebraska, get us back on the podcast charts in our own country. How are you on the charts in other countries?
That's what I'm talking about.
On the charts in our country.
Wayne, all my people who watching Burger, all y'all deep watching, like, get us back up here. Y'all on here. Clarissa, where you at, Clarissa? You ain't made but one comment tonight. I'm disappointed.
Oh man!
All the rest of y'all step y'all game up. Get us up there. Like, why we number one in Gambia? We from here.
Exactly. But I want y'all to have an amazing week. I know that it is a challenging time of the season. The holidays making kind of rough on people, and life has just been life for probably all of us.
Indeed.
But I want to remember our positive self-talk we talked about earlier. You know, I'm doing the best I can with the information I have. And as long as you're doing the best you can with whatever information you have, I think you'll find your way. And I'll leave you with this. A shuttle, when it leaves Earth and it tries to go, let's say, to the moon, it is off course 99% of the time. It's too far to the left, too far to the right, too far up, too far down, too far left, too far right, too far up, too far down. But a constant course correction, it eventually lands on the moon, and it is off target 99% of the time. It's okay to get lost. Find your way back. Having said that, have an amazing goddamn week. I'm No Breaks New. That's Randy T. That's the Queen Jackie. We love you. We appreciate your support. Yeah. And just do your best, man. And remember, be gentle with yourself. Uno.
NFC East.
We out of here. We're not listening to that.
And
Peace.